Hey, everybody. Okay, just going to jump on here for a couple minutes and talk about something really quickly. Um, I'm going to do a series of little videos, actually. I think it'll be a lot easier for us to pay attention and kind of keep track of. It'll be a lot easier for me to actually upload and get out there to everybody as well. One thing I want to talk about today, um, beliefs. Beliefs are really important for everybody. They shape our entire reality and our experience, right? What you believe is what comes for you, right? Is what you create for yourself, and what becomes the reality that you live, right? The experience that you have. Um, they all shape our experiences, right? So every belief you have. So if you believe the sky is blue, the sky is blue. If you believe it's purple, it's going to be purple for you. You're going to see it that way, no matter what anybody tells you. That's your belief, and then you hold true to that. And more than likely, it won't be anything as irrational and completely out there as that, but it certainly would be the fact that we have these varying beliefs and different opinions and perspectives that give us this beautiful experience of human that we're having here, human, right? The human, the new man. Um, so fear is what I want to talk about when it comes to the beliefs, right? Fear is important to recognize because it's not real. It comes as an offset or a polarity to love, of course, because it's the contrasting experience. It is the underside of the light. So that's the darkness, and anything that happens within it is generally something that causes you fear. Now, fear, the old acronym, of course, goes face everything and rise, or face everything and run. The choice is yours, right? But those beliefs that I spoke of shape your response to fear. Okay, so there's three responses that we will have to fear. We will either fight, we will either flee, or we will freeze. Okay, so it's fight, flight, or freeze. And if you are one of those people who reacts rather than responds, you're probably the fighter, which means that you're going to be right up in there and getting going with it, and you're going to offset that push that you've just received as a fear push. If you're not, if you're the flight person's going to run, going to take off, and going to get the heck out of Dodge because that's not something they want to deal with. That contrast of experience and that contrast of energy is so strong that it repels them like a magnet, and its opposite ends right away from the experience itself. So they run. Freezing is different. Freezing is like the deer caught in the headlights. It's just like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. And you're paralyzed. That happens to a lot of people. And in that moment, you don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. And you don't know how to get there or how to get out of where you are. And so that's really important for us to recognize. I want you to know this one thing, though. No matter what response you have to fear, you can change it. You can condition that fear response to be something different. You can program yourself to be something different because those are technically just programs that you're running. And so take your opportunity right now to recognize which one of those you have, and let's get ready. Let's get ready because we all need to fight back right now. And action is important. Action is extremely important. Even Jesus took action. All the spiritual gurus take action at some point. You don't just sit into the Bodhi tree and meditate all the time. Like at some point you're going to get up and do something. And although yeah, we know that the Buddha did that, it was the impact of that in that time that allowed people to actually come to him, whereas everybody else, we take the action outward. And so here's what I want you to do. Acknowledge which one of those F's you respond with, and get yourself into a place of action, okay? Because the law of attraction is, part of that root is action. We have to get up and do something with it. It's come to us for a reason. We have to answer the door. It's like opportunity knocking, and you don't get off the couch, you're not going to receive that opportunity. You're not going to enjoy it, or not going to engage with it properly. So let's get into that place, because freezing is not going to help anybody right now. And flight, well, those that need to flee, well, fine. The rest of us will fight for you. And I don't have a problem doing that. I'm not afraid of what's coming. And I want people to know that you don't need to be afraid either, that this is a great divide that's meant to happen in the way that it's meant to happen. It's not meant to divide humanity in the way that it is, racially occurring and things like that, class and division that way. It's not like that. It's literally meant to divide the lower vibration from the upper vibrations, from the higher vibrations, and that's what's happening. So some are ready to go into that space, some are not. We have to allow those people who are not to stay where they are. But we have to be open and ready and willing to move into the space that says, I am that I am. I am that higher consciousness. I am that higher frequency. I am that higher vibration. I am that higher light and that higher love. I'm going there. I'm going to be here, up here, and they can be down there, because that keeps us still in balance, right? That still keeps us in balance. So right now, we're tipping the scale. We're tipping the scale, and I keep referring to the pop machine. You kind of got to rock it a few times before it actually, gets knocked right over. This is the tipping point. This right now, where we are right now in humanity, the next few years is the tipping point of the light. We have already won in another timeline, but here we are in this timeline. We're working it. We're still pushing that pop machine over. And since we've got that one good push coming on right now, please. Okay, some people will talk about it like birth, but you know what? That's messy. And it's messy. It certainly is messy, but let's go with the pop machine. It's a little bit nicer, cleaner deal. But it's true. We're giving birth to a brand new reality. We're giving birth to a new experience for everybody. And I know I'm going on and on and on, but I got to say, this is really important, because this is the time. This is the time we all came here for. We have all prepared for this moment in time right now. Right now. And for what? To do what? You can either, hold that fabric together that is the third dimension, or you can transcend that fabric into something new, something lighter, something more luminescent, illuminated, lightened, and light. So, fear isn't real, but our reactions to it are based on the beliefs that we feel are real, that we believe to be real, and therefore fight, flight, or freeze becomes our response reaction. And or the way we deal with it, we cope, our coping mechanisms in a sense, right? So pick which one you want to be. If you need to freeze, that's not going to help anybody, so you better go with one of the others. Go with one of the others. Either, flee, either take flight, or fight. We can use all the fighters we can get right now. But if you're going to take flight, and that's okay too, remember, no judgment. It's all about where you are and where you need to be and what's good for you, because I don't need you standing on the front lines with me if you're frightened, right? I don't want that. That's not right. That's not helpful for either of us, really. That doesn't serve. You're just contributing, right, to the fear factor there. Go back there. It's okay. Go and relax, but sit. And when you're having your nice cup of tea, which I please encourage you to do, because you're going to be calm, you're going to be relaxed, you're going to be okay with things. Send us some light. Lend us your light. Shine that light. Share it outward. Care Bear stare the world. And violet flame everything, right?